Welcome back. Now, Bengalurians finally have a reason to smile. They also have a reason not to get stuck in traffic. Now, is that even possible, you may ask? Well, after multiple delays, Bengaluru's Metro Purple Line is operational today. Now, the two pending lines, the Krishnarajapuram to Vaipnahalli and even the Kengeri to Chalgata and the Whitefield-Chalgata lines have immediately been thrown open to combat traffic mess. Let's listen into, some of the people and also a report that's coming in from one of these stations.
Currently, we are standing over here at the Bengaluru metro station over here. The centre has ordered to start off its operations of Purple Line in Bengaluru from today onwards, and the operations has already started since 5 a.m. in the morning. This new Purple Line will connect the Chellagatta to Kengeri on one end and Baipnali to Whitefield on the other end. No official celebrations are planned for the inauguration of this much awaited metro line that is connecting the east-west corridor. Well, most of the metro stations that are directly connected to the ITBT companies, well, you can also see this is one of the metro station which is having the direct connectivity of for this IT company, which is right behind this metro station, where the employees can directly walk in from the metro station. And this is one of the dream come true for Bengaluru, especially for the ITBT employees who were facing a lot of trouble due to traffic issues in the recent days also, where like we saw that there was unpleasant traffic that happened on the outer ring road. Well, now that most of the employees are who waited for this metro line to start its operation, it's currently started today around 5 a.m. and about from Whitefield to Chellagatta, it is about 12 stations, and about this stretch is about 42 kilometers, where now that the operations of this metro will start from 5 a.m. onwards, and it will go on, the last train will go on till 11 p.m. every day.
Now, as Thoya was pointing out, operational route essentially means that it will connect the IT corridor to the central business district of the city, which is surely a respite for many of the citizens. And when we spoke to them, this is exactly what they had to say.
Yes, I'm really excited because I've been waiting for this for way too long. My office is somewhere near Whitefield, and it's always, near Mahadevpura, but it's always been a struggle to get an auto or figure out public transport other than the metro, obviously. So it's been a little challenging at times, and now that the metro is open, I'm really excited to try it out today and see if I can make it to office on time. So yeah, I'm very happy.
I think it's nice. We've all seen how jammed KR-Puram gets, right? And if you have an alternative way of getting to work, and hopefully if that's quicker, if there's an AC and you don't clog up the roads, I would encourage everybody to take it, right? And it just makes my commute easier. So I'm really excited that it's opening up.
I would say it would be very helpful because the employees had to daily travel through the traffic of Bangalore, and the stretching of metro till there, till Whitefield and ITBT corridor. So it will be very helpful to all the employees who daily used to travel from here till there.
Well, interestingly, this is the first time in BMRCL history services that have been started without a formal inauguration by the centre. And Mr. D.K. Shivkumar had to say something about this. Let's listen.
Yes, today we didn't want waste time, so I had requested the central government to be a part of it. They have said that we need some time, so I didn't want to wait for it. So when two lines I allowed them to start today early morning, it has started.
Meanwhile, MP Tejasvi Surya said that it's an important reminder that the answer to traffic congestion is not building more roads, but building reliable and affordable public transport infrastructure. Meanwhile, on the other hand, the Congress government, to combat the traffic menace, were looking at a change in school timings as well. Parents in the city today did get a chance to meet representatives of the education department. Now, we've been told that multiple suggestions have really been put forth to the education department that it's probably not a good idea to change the timing of students, and it would have a big bearing on the lifestyle of the parents, the sleep patterns of the children as well. Let's listen to some of these reactions that have come in.
A major stakeholder in this is the parents. And second thing is the transportation. considering only private schools, you cannot do the changes. If government is able to facilitate some communication method for the poor student, considering only private school, they should not do it.
Meanwhile, politics is playing out as well. Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar, while addressing concerns, said that the voice of the citizens is the voice of the government. He also mentioned that the key initiative taken out by the government here, listening to what he said about easing out congestion in this metro itself.
We want to rectify whatever the problems are there. So I had asked for the voice of the citizens is the voice of the government. So I've asked their suggestions. More than 70,000 suggestions have come. So I had formed a committee and given it to various institutions. They are in universities, colleges, from young children to old age bureaucrats, senior citizens, stakeholders. They have given about 70,000 till 50-80. There will be a empaneled architects. They will sign the plan and it will be a hassles-free plan sanction will be there. Like auditors who certify the company balance sheets. Like that auditor, the empaneled architects can clear the plan and we will accept it.
Well, to discuss more about this, I have Prashanth GS from the BJP and Aishwarya Mahadev from the Congress, two very good friends, of course, who will probably be taking on each other. I have very little time, so we'll keep it very crisp and short. I'll open this up with Aishwarya. Aishwarya, here I want to point out one thing. There was a tweet from Mr. D.K. Shivkumar that came in yesterday, where he said that I had requested on the 5th of October to the Government of India that let's open the two sections without a formal inauguration. Then you have another tweet that comes in from Mr. Tejasvi Surya that just in 2 days, and because of the letter that was written by MOHUA, the Prime Minister has mandated that immediately these two sections should be opened. So somewhere is the taxpayers' money. It is something that the people have been wanting for quite some time, but politics seem to be seeping into it.
Good evening, Deepak. I think, first of all, it is a momentous occasion for everybody in Bangalore and Karnataka because these two lines will ease up congestion to a large extent because we've seen the traffic problem that was there, one. Second, I don't believe that there is politics in this situation because what Mr. D.K. Shivkumar is saying and what Tejasvi Surya is also saying are in the same lines. One, Mr. D.K. Shivkumar basically had asked time for a formal inauguration. But because of the fact that the government found that their time schedule, that they could not accommodate the inauguration now as soon as possible, which would inconvenience people, the Karnataka government decided that they would go ahead to inaugurate without the formal inauguration because at the end of the day, it's dedicated to the people. And the faster we do it and inaugurate it or open it up for the people, the better. And second, the central government also has agreed that please go ahead with opening it up. And I think Tejasvi, on a rare occasion, makes a lot of sense when he basically says traffic congestion is a problem that we have to look at fixing. He's a representative of Bangalore. D.K. Shivkumar sir happens to be the minister in charge of Bangalore. And I think on this, in the rare occasion, both the BJP and the Congress are on the same foot. We're on the same lines on all of this. There is no politics whatsoever, Deepak.
Okay, no politics, says Aishwarya. Prashanth, your take?
Yes, Deepak. Now that we are not bringing politics into the life of people here because we are dealing with the traffic congestion in Bangalore, which is now probably grown beyond comprehension. The city has grown and traffic probably is, everybody in the world knows about Bangalore traffic. One of the easiest methods was to decongest, have a plan, and metro is one such thing. And this inauguration, this opening up of the metro line without inauguration is a boon for citizens because they need not wait for the formal inauguration to happen either by the CAM or the PM or any authorities.
But interestingly, Mr. Prashanth, we are talking about the same line with a missing link between KR-Puram and Baipnahalli that was inaugurated ahead of the elections by the BJP.
See, Deepak, we are
came under fire from the Congress for that as well.
If you have to get back to that, then Manmohan Singh inaugurated 2006 metro, then Kamal Nath came in 2011. So we are not doing politics over this. All that we're wanting to take it ahead from here is that the Congress must have a proper infra plan for Bangalore. Merely having brand Bangalore will not suffice. You need to have a proper infra plan, last mile connectivity, methods to decongest Bangalore, have cycle lines, do all of that, then yes, the citizens would be greatly benefited. We are not taking away credit from anybody or not wanting to give credit to anybody else also. All that I'm saying is we are not playing politics here. Citizens have ultimately won. Their grievance is heard and it has been answered that the metro is fully functional on the purple line and commuting to the ITBT is a hassle-free affair now.
Okay, Aishwarya, I'll take a quick question to you before we'll come to a close. Now, one important aspect here is that now there were a lot of feeder buses, a lot of traffic congestion, especially around the KR-Puram stretch, because people had to get off this particular rail line, get into feeder buses or use private vehicles. That majorly solves the problem around this stretch. But overall, how much of an impact has the Congress really assessed through experts, of course, how much of an impact that this particular line will really make now in terms of traffic, easing traffic congestion, and what are the other steps that are being proposed? Because today itself there was, of course, a press conference and a meeting over brand Bengaluru that was held, and this was one of the topics.
You know, Deepak, if you look at it, when the line which was incomplete, as you rightly pointed out, was inaugurated by the Prime Minister before elections, there were a few concerns raised. Besides safety concerns, and you saw what happened when the rains came a little later, there was also the larger concern of not having enough feeder buses and not having enough to ensure last mile connectivity. But if you look at it, and we understand it's a large issue, but if you look at the corridors in which these lines are going to function, we're going to ease up a massive amount of traffic from Central Business District going to the Ring Road area, which I think is really critical because this is the junction where you see the most sort of traffic congestion. One. Second is, if you look at what the KSRTC has done or the Transport Department has also done, we've put in a request to have far more buses. And there has also been discussion with Mr. Ramling Reddy to ensure that there is last mile connectivity, because what is the point of having public transport and then private vehicles coming in and around stations, because that doesn't ease any problem. We think the incentive in Bangalore, because of the fact that congestion is becoming such an overwhelming problem, is going to be the push for public transport. That way, Shakti has been very, very helpful in giving women the agency to travel. And, because of the profits that we're all making now, because of the Shakti, you also see that we're getting a new fleet of vehicles. You're seeing that we're upgrading services. So I think
I'm really out of time here. So I'm going to thank both of you all, but this is, of course, very interesting. And more importantly, of course, like you were mentioning, this is expected to ease a lot of traffic. And definitely for people living on that side of Bengaluru, they are elated. And we saw that in the reactions that came. And I thank both Prashanth and Aishwarya for joining us.